So yesterday the security server blew up on me. The hard drive started clicking away. I thought I could save it. I really did. I was hoping I could. Can't. So this is a good opportunity to go ahead and pull the cards out of it and put it in another machine, and I'll take you along for the ride. I have a lot of these gateway computers, and after talking with my boy and consulting with him, I find that using one of these would probably be the best thing for our new webcam security server. It can run up to 8 cameras, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and use one of these kind of machines because I have a whole pile of them. There's great airflow. We've used one for a web server, and I do sell these machines, but I think that it would make a great security cam server. So what I'm doing right now, I've got the cover popped off one. This is a common practice I'll do. I've got this set up with Windows XP Service Pack 3, and what I like to do is go ahead and pop the cover off, just hang a second drive that I plan to clone off my main. So this is the C drive. I just take the other side of the ribbon cable, I plug it in here, and I put a power connector on it, and then I go ahead and run a cloning software program that will take all the data from here down to here, not just the operating system but the registry files, everything needed to run this computer. And then I'll go ahead and take this out once it's done and put it in another machine, and the process will be complete. Along with drivers, it'll boot right up. So as soon as I'm done cloning this machine, I'll go ahead and take the hard drive to another machine so you can see us begin to set up that web server. I'm still at the computer copying the hard drive, and I'm getting the donor hard drive ready, and I just wanted to show a quick video of this. The E on the bottom there is formatting. It's at about 19%. It doesn't take a very big hard drive as the operating system boot drive. The one I'm copying from is a 37.26, the C there. And I'm just going to an 18.64, and that'll be plenty big enough for the web camera software. You know, the camera, the 8 camera software, as well as Windows XP, the 3rd edition, with a little bit of protection on there for viruses. Not that this machine's going to be surfing, but it doesn't hurt to tie the ports down and make sure that I've got something on there like Microsoft Security Essentials to protect the operating system. So that's it. I just wanted to show you that I'm putting less than a 20 gig hard drive on here to boot the security software machine server, I like to call it. But the data drive that will be inside the machine will be a lot larger. Okay, we're back again for the DVR build. It's been another day because I had to do some other things yesterday and got tied up with the green screen stuff that you guys watched. We were having a lot of fun with it, playing around, but now it's business as usual. I'm back on the like I said, the DVR system, and here's what I have so far. I really need to button this thing up because it is useful around here. I miss it when it doesn't work. It shows me all the cameras, which we have 8 that show each area of the building, and I just like to keep an eye on things. A little bit of history. This is the old machine that was doing all the DVR stuff. This machine's been running for at least 8 years straight. I've replaced the hard drives in it at least twice, and it's an old socket 1 style, but I tell you what, this machine's really served well. And it's time to go to bed. I'm going to replace it with a little bit newer version of Pentium 4. This looks like a custom-made build back in the day. I don't know how old it is, but it's up there in years. But it's had a lot of use, and I've gotten a lot of miles out of this thing, so I can't complain one bit. I showed you guys a couple times all these gateways I ended up with. I do sell them for $99, but I'm putting the DVR in one of these cases because I do have so many. I went ahead and I put the card in already that I used, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it out for you just to give you a view of it. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the card that's used for the security system. Here it is. Have a good look at that. Let's see if I can change the camera view here. This is a look at the PCI board that I used for my DVR system. It will support 8 cameras. There's 8 of these chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which are the input video chips. There's a main central processing chip, and then there's audio on this board for one input device. Back in the day when I was building a DVR system for myself for our building here, which is roughly about 6,000 square feet, I was shopping for a video card, you know, an input device that I could use as a DVR, as a DIY type thing, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money at it. Now you can just go out and buy a system. You will spend at least $1,000 for a good one, but I've got considerably less by doing it myself. The first card I got, I dug this up to show you, is a 4-port card. And if you look on eBay, they call this a Pico card, and it's Chinese for sure. It's a good starter card, although I will tell you that there's 4 beanies, what's these called? BNC, that's it. These ports, there's 4 of them. This is a 30 frame per second card, although every time you add on a camera it shares the 30 frames, so if you get all of them going at the same time, it's 30 frames a second divided by 4. If you get 2 of them going, it's 30 frames a second divided by 2, which would only give you 15. So when you're getting all 4 of these ports used up, you know, you're not traveling very quick at all. So that's the downside, although these are cheap. The software looks like a hack job, and it doesn't run well with certain operating systems. This computer, this gateway, is going to be using Windows XP with Service Pack 3 in it. I've already had it going with Windows 2000. It works fine. And I just tried it again with this machine, and it works great so far, so we're going to try it out. So the Pico cards, except for their frame rate, they are a good card for starting out. Very inexpensive. You can put more than one card in a PC at a time. I had 2 of these and 2 PCI slots, and they work just great, but the frame rate is slow. Another alternative that you could go for a single one would even be one of these kind of cards. This is an old school Win TV card. It's a PCI card, and for one camera, it works great. And I, back in the day, used that once. Just wanted to show you that, kind of a relic. So this is the card of choice. This thing cost me about $120 total with shipping and everything. It was purchased on eBay, and I buy it now. I recently went back to eBay to see if I could find it for some more specific details about its make and whatnot, and I couldn't find anything. So either they've got out of the manufacturing business or they've gone to better and bigger things. I will tell you that the software that came with this card is a knockoff, for sure. I didn't know that when I bought it. They call it Digicam 8. I don't know its origins, but I can tell you that it was just a copied disc when I got it in the mail. This card, like I said before, is an 8 input card. I'll show you the jack that goes here that splits this off into 8 different video composites in the other room when we go to install this. But this is a true 30 frame a second, and each of these chips is assigned a camera so that we get a true 30 frames a second if your bandwidth can handle it. You can watch videos real time on the web or on a closed network. So let's go ahead and install this card out. Just like any other PCI card, it just slides right in. Now, when you use a DVR such as this one, the PC must be a full-time DVR machine. I wouldn't use this machine for anything else. The software does like to take over the operating system, and so it's not friendly as far as using it for other things anyway. But if you are setting up a DVR system, I would recommend just finding a PC that can only be used for this person and leave it alone. As far as hard drives and that sort of thing, this is an older computer, although it's a Pentium 4. I like the big case. It's on 24 hours, or it will be. So the circulation's actually very nice in this thing. It's got a big fan here. It's got one here. I might add one in here, and I might even add a front one. I do have some fans laying around I could probably use for that purpose. Again, back to the hard drives, either just IDE hard drives because it is an older machine. The first hard drive smaller, it just contains the operating system, again, which is Windows XP 3rd edition, plus the DVR software that came with the card. The second drive is actually your data drive, and it's formatted and used in a proprietary way that makes the DVR work. I've got, I think, a 40 gig in there, and I motion record, which means that the cameras are recording when motion's detected, and so I can get about a use of 1 week out of it with normal use. I'll show you how the thing boots up here in just a second here. I had to install some cabling to fire this machine up, which I went ahead and did. I'm just waiting for it to boot now, and it is coming up. It's just a little slow. As far as the operating system just kind of taking over, like I said before, it is true. What will happen is XP will go ahead and boot up, and then in the startup menu, this Digicam software will automatically go full screen and basically take over the computer, which is quite okay because that's the only reason why I want to use it anyway. So it has booted up. You're starting to see some other things starting to boot up here too. I will say that this Digicam software, its method for sending things through the Ethernet cable and out to the web and so forth are done with Apache. It has a built-in distribution of Apache for Windows installed on it. There's the software, DVR Digital Network Security Systems. Okay, I just want to do a quick look in this room. This is the back room of an old dark room. We're going to renovate this room to be some kind of server room. But for now, it's just housing the security DVR CPU, the gateway we were working on it. There, it's sitting there. It has a switch on the top that's serving a couple computers in here. There's the screen off to the side. Yeah, I'm not real proud of this room. It's just a storage room right at the moment, but I did want to crawl back in here real quick just to show you my mess of wires. I don't know if we'll be able to see, but let's give it a whirl. I definitely need to get in here and redo these wires. There's one cable for each connection. There's 8 connections to make up 8 cameras that go around the building. This switch here is a 3-comm switch. It serves a hub and 3 other connections in this room. I should point out that each of the cameras goes to an APC unit that if the power goes out, the camera continues to run, as well as these servers. And that's all found down here. And again, everything needs to be sorted out. We have 600 watt APC units that are battery driven. We'll probably do another show on them. So again, if the power does go out, this system continues to run. We also have on channel 8 a wireless weather station that's run through this little BIOS box back here. And I'll show you that on the screen here in a minute. Let's get out of this room and I'll continue the tour and wrap up this video on the DVR system. Okay, here we are back at my computer. This is just another computer that's on the network. I wanted to sit here and show you the last part of this video about the DVR. I can access my DVR by just using a web page off Internet Explorer. I've tried it with Firefox and it's not working. There might be some settings in there I could change, but I just used the Internet Explorer. Works just fine. This is the front end interface to the web DVR digital recording system, and if I put my site code in here, which I configured when I set the system up, and a password, I can log into the system, and I can automatically see my 8 cameras that are working on the system itself. There's various buttons here. If you have PTZ cameras, you can zoom and you can move the cameras about. On this camera 8 right here, I have a weather station that I've got to reset, that I can look at the weather on there. This is the back stairs. This is our front lobby. This is a street called Central Avenue that's outside our building. This is the back parking lot here. This is a room that's inside the building, and this is another room. This is actually Steve, my boy, that's in the video editing room right now. He's working on a video for tomorrow's show. You can kind of eavesdrop on him a little bit. So even though I'm pulling these images through the DVR on a local network, I could certainly access them anywhere in the world, which is nice. One channel out of the 8 is allowed to have audio, and then the rest are not. So it's a pretty good system. I'll leave my 4 cameras run like this on several machines that sit by my office desk, and I'll monitor. If somebody comes in the front door, I can see them from the back, or pulls in the parking lot or whatever. Funny story about this image here. This is a back stairwell that comes into the back. I have a dog leash that you can see on a shadow right here hanging on this post. And this dog leash was actually stolen a couple days ago. And we were just wondering what happened to it. And we looked back through the videos, and we actually seen a girl stealing it. So anyway, this concludes our video about our DVR system. If you want to set up your own, you can find the cards, find a used machine online, and you can put the whole thing together with the cameras and the whole bit. I would say for around $600 to $700, and it's going to be just as good, if not better, than anything that you bought pre-built. With my 40 gig hard drive, I'm currently getting about a week's worth, and what happens is it just rolls around and it deletes the oldest files, and then it replaces them with new stuff coming up. So that's it for this edition of Guru Brew. Thank you for watching, and take care. Have a good day. We wanted to save our hard drive because we'd noticed that our dog leash was missing on the front porch, or on the back porch, and we were just curious where it went. And we got our answer. Watch this little bit of footage. That girl just took our dog leash. See if you can get her face. He's trying to back it up here. There she is. Look at her. That little girl's stealing our dog leash. Yep. You can't actually see it in her hand until she starts walking down the stairs, then you can see it. Watch. See it? Hanging out the side? Yep, that's it. Alright. Hey guys, this is Steve. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and be sure to rate and comment. See ya.